My name is Bernadette. My son's name is Patrick. He is diagnosed with autism spectrum disorder. He faces challenges with like communication. I know he understands quite a bit. It's just really difficult for him to expressively communicate it the way he wants to convey it. And socially, making friends and sustaining friendships, keeping that conversation going. A lot of it is like being able to convey his thoughts and feelings, like being able to tell me that he feels pain or he feels initiates conversation saying that he feels sad or angry, having the awareness of being safe in his surroundings, being able to cross a busy street, letting people know that he is lost, and being able to convey whether there's someone wrong to him or not, because he's not little anymore. And people tend to understand our children when they're younger, they're being like rambunctious or energetic. But he's only 14 and he's a really tall guy. If you don't know Patrick, people may think he's awkward, weird, or maybe even scary because he does have facial hair. He looks close to being a grown man, pretty much, with a lot of facial hair and being a big kid. So his approach may scare some people. It does take some time for people to realize that he's not that way. His height does kind of overtower others. I think the grief hit me as we got older, probably between ages 3 and 7. There's like pockets of time where that grief would resurface. You know, as an occupational therapist, putting my clinician hat on and observing, okay, these are some skills he has, strengths and weaknesses and delays and things like that. So that kept me pushed my grief aside as he's growing, like watching him even from as early as 6 months doing physical motor tests and seeing some delays even then, all the way through 4 months of age, walking age was delayed, and it was really prevalent when he started walking, when we see more the pacing, the toe walking, spinning, things like that. So but even then, I try to keep my head on straight and be like, hey, let's see what we can do with him. Keep providing the intervention day after day. It'll be times where the grief would resurface when we achieve a goal. I feel so great about it. Like potty training. That was like later, between 5 and 7. Just one day, he just had a regression where he just had 7 accidents in one day. You beat yourself up as not only as a parent, but as a clinician where I'm like, what's I'm a therapist. How come I can't do this? But we see that in our kids where, it's these things that they go through, those behavior skills, evolve. It'll hit you certain times, even when he's with other children trying to play with them, or not even, well, being around them and children want to engage with him and they'll say, how come he doesn't talk? Or they're trying to tell him what to do in the game, he's not listening. And so they get frustrated or, even being bullied by another toddler say you can't come up here kind of thing. And I know they're just being kids, but they don't understand Patrick's autism. So it's hard to swallow when he's not able to do certain things that kids his age should be able to do. I feel like there's different stages of this grief that comes because you overcome it year by year. As they grow older, you see more challenges. When he's 14 now, high school life is different. We're also looking ahead, soon to be young adulthood. I feel like I had to have that relationship with God to help me overcome these feelings and emotions that overwhelm us as parents. We have our family, friends that care about us, especially fellow parents who also have children with autism or disability. They, empathize and totally get it. Being able to just commune with them and socialize with them, network with them, share resources, all that good stuff. But when it comes to like a quiet time and space for me, praying has always been an outlet for me, even if I have to like cry my eyes out. You won't be judged. Always seeking peace and comfort through the Lord has just been my way of facing that grief. Yes, I still grieve Patrick even to this day. And I feel like it's just going to be a different type of grief as he grows. And mostly because we think about our children's future. Will he marry? Will he have children? Will I be a grandparent? Those are just some of the things I think about for his future. Is he going to work? Does he want to do other activities, whether it's sports or pottery or I don't know? We always want to have our children live their life to the fullest. the best we can. And by the grace of God, that He's definitely given me that community here by coming back to Southern California and being able to find opportunities for him. I always think about what his future will look like without me here. As much as I want to let him live with me forever and ever, but maybe he wants to live on his own. Maybe he wants roommates. For him, I can't always try to make his decisions. Like I want him to have a voice, and hopefully when he does, I'm okay with it. For me, whatever's gonna make him happy and that's gonna keep him healthy and safe. Patrick is definitely a worthy kid that whether we're happy or sad or not, he's it's not gonna change his worth. We try our best to put our best foot forward and be strong and tough parents and not let our kids see us cry or anything like that. But oh no, he's seen me cry and upset, and him showing empathy that I didn't realize he knew my sadness by just reaching over and touching my knee was all worth it. If it's a natural moment and it happens, I don't withdraw. And a lot of times Patty just looks at me and smiles, and then I just do my thing. I'm like, okay, enough of this. Let's go make dinner. He really like reels me back to reality. Is like it's gonna be okay. And him knowing that it's just been mostly him and I together most of his life, I'm just so blessed. He's taught me a lot and still teaches me a lot. He's a really special kid. And I know that God gave him to me for a reason. And just so honored that I can share him with everyone he comes in contact with. Because if you don't know Patrick, then you're missing out. Don't get me wrong, he's very teenagery at times. Throwing a little attitude, and I had to be in mom mode and like, no, da 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 da, whatever. And I'll turn around and I'll be like, oh, it's so refreshing. He's being so rebellious that he's trying to convey his feelings and his thoughts his way. He's growing, and we have to be able to shift and move as our kids grow. He's definitely like a change maker, is that the right word? For myself, how it shaped my beliefs and values too. He humbles me so much. And there's times where I feel like I don't give enough because he deserves so much more. But I know it's all in divine timing. We all go through seasons, whether it be financial or emotional or and so on. But he's so innocent. We're worried about COVID, and he's like, I don't know what COVID is, but I'm gonna do my thing anyway. And he's just so innocent to the world about what evil is, which really makes a person shift their perspective. For you parents who are grieving over your child's disability, it's a human thing to do. And I feel like it's okay if you want to get mad about it, cry about it, shout about it, or just keep quiet and care about it. Find what works for you. There's going to be a point where you realize, okay, reality's sinking in. For me, it was not about me. We're going to be okay. Find the beauty in your child and run with it. And if you do have, well, you will have challenges. And when you do, you don't have to do it by yourself. There's a whole community out there that you can connect with here in the physical world, in the spiritual world with God. Just remember who your child is and how much you love them and how innocent they are in this world. They're here for a reason. And when you see that reason with their purposes here in life, it's just going to be so much easier for you to accept and be able to share that joy with everyone.